as it's been over a year now since getting the iPhone 14 Pro, now it's good time to have a long-term review. What's good and what's not, how it's held over this time, and have there been any surprises? Hello everyone. So I've been using the iPhone 14 Pro since release and there is a lot to share about this phone. So let's start with the design of the phone. I have the standard iPhone 14 Pro here in deep purple. Deep purple was a new color for the iPhone 14 Pro lineup in 2022. The standard 14 Pro model has a 6.1-inch display. This is the 128GB model. I always wear it in the protective slim case. I selected a Spigen Thin Fit case, but let's really look at it without the case. It's such a shame to keep it always hidden inside the protective case, but that's how it is for most people. The deep purple version is really one of my favorite iPhone colors ever. It can appear darker depending on the light, and the stainless steel band around the edges look nice around it. I think it looks awesome, really like a piece of jewelry. Now, as I always have it inside the protective case, and also having a screen protector as well, it looks like new. There's no scratches, so in a way, can't really say much about how resistant it is in everyday life, or how easily it gets scratches or display gets broken or anything. I have dropped it a few times, but nothing major, and nothing has gone broken, not even screen protector. I can just say, based on other people's experiences, some that don't even have a protective case on it, it seems to handle minor drops well. But I have seen people commenting that the 14 Pro shows hairline scratches on the display just from normal use, and this is unfortunate to see and does mean that it is best to use a screen protector, and I'll sure keep my screen protector on it. Now, in my original review video, I said that the first thing you notice when taking it out of the box is that huge camera bump. It is just so massive, especially now when there's no case around it and looking at it. So the iPhone 14 Pro camera quality, which is the same as on the 14 Pro Max, is one of the best all-around camera systems on any smartphone. And I don't mind the camera being big, because the main camera sensor produces the cleanest image due to the sensor being physically the largest. With the larger 48 megapixel sensor on the main camera, some of the pictures that come out of the iPhone 14 Pro are just incredible. And iPhones have always been good with video quality, and the 14 Pro is really good at recording video. 4K quality is just amazing. So this was a big feature when it first launched, the dynamic island. This was exclusively for the iPhone 14 Pro models, Pro and Pro Max, and this is one of my favorite features with the 14 Pro. It's great to see so many apps using it nowadays. And I got so used to it that I actually don't even notice that it's there half the time. It just became a thing on the iPhone. And I'm glad to see that it came to the entire iPhone 15 lineup, not just the Pro models. But there are some times when you're watching a video or browsing something in landscape mode and it blocks something. But other than that, it works nicely with apps, and I wouldn't want to go back to the times before it. So, what about an always-on display? This came for the iPhone 14 Pro models, showing things such as notifications and time on your display. Many people liked it, but for me it wasn't really a big thing. I kept it on at first, but I also noticed it affected a battery life more than I would have liked. And that leads us to the next topic. So, battery life. Now, I wasn't so happy with the battery life at first. And as you may guess, always on display does take some amount of your battery life. So I went to settings and switched it off. And that was an improvement for the battery life. However, many have reported about the unusual battery draining with the iPhone 14 models, and that is something I experienced also. So it was a few weeks with clearly more battery draining, just all of a sudden. And I had to charge the phone many times a day, especially if I was planning to go out. It wasn't normal, but then it suddenly stopped and battery consumption came back to normal, and it's been normal since that, and I can have, with normal phone usage, a good battery life. It lasts the entire day easily, and if we check battery health, it's still showing 97% of maximum capacity after about a year and a half. So, final thoughts of the iPhone 14 Pro after over a year of use. It's an awesome phone, to say the least. The design, the display, the camera quality, can't complain. Or only about that few weeks of roller coaster with the battery life, but that normalized and it has been good now. And just quickly, if you're new to this channel, I'm an engineer that has passion for everyday technology, health technology, smart home, but also personal finance and lifestyle topics. I hope you find this video useful. And of course, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Do you have one, or do you have any questions? Write them all down. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.